Alright, welcome everybody. This is Tommy from Fletcher's Grove and Riot City Studios, and I wanted to show you guys the Waiting Out the Storm mix that we did for Fletcher's. I recorded it here, I played drums on it, and I mixed it here as well, so I thought it'd be cool to dive into that mix and just show you guys some of the isolated tracks and whatnot. Now, cool. Loading. It's always a challenge to mix the record that you played on, but you know, we were really happy with the results. So quick overview, we got the drums up top, down to about here. Brushes on this. On the demo I did, I actually used sticks, and then I decided I like brushes better. So we got the snare drum, kick drum, two overheads in an XY position right here. And you know, two toms, tom 1, tom 2, tom floor, maybe 3 toms. Been a minute. And a close mic on the ride, and then of course the room mic, which I'd like to do stereo, but we just did one room mic on this. Then we go down to bass guitar, which I DI'd, oops. And then we have Croft guitar, mandolin, and a ton of tracks down here that we just experimented with too. We have Wes, then another Wes track. Okay, and then vocals, pedal steel, which I ended up muting. And then Croft 12-string, which again ended up just muted because we had a lot of tracks. Here's Matt's shaker. So yeah, there we go. So let's just check out here what it sounds like.
A cold wind blows from the north as those southern skies burn with autumn leaves. The thunder of winter is gaining ground while a cold rain and snow start coming down.
So real quick, you know, we can start with the drums. You know, I kind of saw it as more of a background thing, really. Steady and consistent and adding texture more than anything. So let's go through. You can even check out some of these drum tracks. On kick drum, of course, I've put Drumagog on just a little bit here. So I'm sampling, using drum samples to replace my kick drum about 30%. This is where it ended up. A little reverb on there. So it's pretty meaty kick drum. You know, I wanted it to kick in the sub a little bit, and then everything else is pretty standard stuff here. I really like just a little bit of that room mic. Just sounds like a real drum set in a room, which I think is really important. And then we go to bass. Just John was playing his like stand-up. I forget what the name of that thing is. I got a lot of plugins on that. EQ'd it to get a little attack out of it there. Compressed it. Put a bunch of stuff on there. You can hear that with the drums. Electronic little drum sounds that I added. So I have this Groove Agent 1 that comes with Cubase. Yes, this is not Pro Tools, this is Cubase. Got like a symbol, like a China symbol, I think I added here. So yeah. I just added ridiculous amount of reverb to it. That is the essence of the chorus. So let's check out the chorus in full here.
Oh, I'm waiting out the storm. Waiting, I'm waiting all alone. Waiting, I'm waiting out the storm.
So, you know, if the verse is flurry, then the chorus is a blizzard, and it just is supposed to be a whiteout. It's like a wash of sound. That's how the verse and the chorus kind of plays against each other in this song. And also had a little sizzle thing on my ride cymbal that I added, so. As well. Got Croft's guitar.
From the north as those.
And I mean, Croft wrote this song on an acoustic guitar. So obviously that's kind of what needs to be a driving thing, you know, is that acoustic guitar kind of sound over top of the drums and bass. And Croft just always has really good tone, so this was really cool to have in the mix. I didn't do a lot to it. I just, you know, shelved out some lows, and I can't remember, yeah, a little bit of that top end is like a little too bright, and he wanted to go for like Croft is kind of specific about the tones that he wants in the studio, which is really cool. And we ended up, you know, to mandolin. It looks like I muted everything but the choruses. Again, just to help differentiate the verses and the chorus, because you don't want your whole song to just like stay one level, you know. So, and that's mix-wise as well, not even composition-wise, but they kind of go together. So, you know, when I mix it, I try to think what's different about the chorus and the verse, and then this is one thing I did. So. Let's check out the mandolin, which I think I have pretty low. So I put a lot of delay on there, of course. And it looks like I EQ'd this to be used as almost like an effect as well. It is still pretty bright. So this is kind of like a sound effect, really, and it's really low, so.
Oh, I'm waiting out the storm. I'm waiting all alone.
And again, just add some ambiance, some kind of texture to it. Then we go down to Wes. A lot of like really cool leads that he did, and I wanted him kind of strumming a rhythm too. Was strumming like the main chord patterns there, you know, Wes was doing a lot of harmony and like sort of like leads over top of it. And Wes is, you know, a great acoustic guitar player as well, and a classical guitar player, so he kind of shined on this record, I think, too, in that way, with his like finger picking, and it just comes kind of easy for him. Then he had this lead track here, which I heavily affected. A lot of reverb there, and especially in the choruses.
Oh, I'm waiting out the storm.
so let's hear all the guitars together here. With a vocal here.
When this is over, my heart will turn green. Oh, I'm waiting out the storm. Waiting, I'm waiting all alone.
Layers that we have there, and then we move on to vocals, which we have a lot of layers of too, and we were just hearing a bit of that on the tail end of that piece. Couldn't be happier with Croft's vocal here. You know, I got multiple EQs on here. Sometimes I do that, and it's like I'm shelving out some lows, mids, doing it again, just hitting like specific frequencies that are like sticking out to me and don't sound good, and then here shelving out some high mids. So yeah, it's like my roundabout way of just cutting a lot of mids. Extra compression, even though I compress it going in a de-esser. So you know, I got reverb over here as a send. So let's check out his vocal.
A cold wind blows from the north as those southern skies burn with autumn leaves. The thunder of winter is gaining ground while a cold rain and snow start coming down.
When you get good takes and good performance, then you know, it makes my job easy mixing it. So it looks like I had pitch correction brought up on here. I don't know how much I actually used. It looks like these are not pitch corrected. You know, I might have picked and choose one or two notes that needed it, but overall this looks pretty unaffected. Yeah, I don't see any pitch correction on any of this stuff. So let's go to the backups. Matt, of course, is kind of doing harmonies throughout the song.
While the stream in my soul begins to freeze, trickling down to unravel the seam. When this is over, my heart will turn green.
Backups group track here with some more effects on it. Where is it? I thought I heard chorus or something. Yeah, so it's by
Unravel the seam.
I have a doubler on there, which is kind of like chorus. So yeah, it just gives it kind of a deeper texture. And then I have John and Matt coming in on the chorus with layers. So let's just hear all the vocals. Here we go. So here's
Is over, my heart will turn green. Oh, I'm waiting out the storm. Waiting, I'm waiting all alone. Waiting, I'm waiting out the storm. Waiting, I'm waiting all alone. All alone.
Let's hear just John and Matt.
Waiting, I'm waiting out the storm.
It's nice. And then yeah, what you were hearing there that sounded kind of weird was this vocal pedal that the guys brought in that Matt has, and it looks like I EQ'd it really crazy and put like distortion on it. They brought it into the studio to get vocal ideas because you can sing through it and it'll play a chord. So it's like instant backup vocals. And they brought it into the studio to get ideas and to play around with it. And I ended up like keeping the whole track that I recorded because I loved it and using it throughout as an effect. So you can hear it in the background right after this chorus here, and it's these purple ones right here.
I'm waiting all alone.
So which ended up being a really cool effect, and we needed something to fill that little hole there after the chorus, so I thought that was kind of a neat thing. Then we got Shaker, which is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Let's hear some Shaker. Nice. So yeah, that's most of the tracks. We had a 12-string, again, which we didn't use. So bright and chorusy, just didn't find the right spot for it in this song. And then a pedal still. Yeah, this was actually kind of cool. I'm gonna crank it up right here in the mix. Really cool pedal steel by Walt Sarkis. Again, pedal steel has like such a specific sound to it, like Texas Roadhouse. I just didn't find the right spot for it in this song, but he killed it. And we did use his pedal steel on other songs on our record. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Let's find out. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, why not? A little synth. Yeah, I don't remember that, but that's in there. What's this? Tambourine or something? Oh yeah. Drum pad, a lot of, again, just reverb for the chorus basically. Yeah, that's right. We had Mitch Sutton come in and lay down some actual keys, some organ.
Oh, I'm waiting out the storm.
Yeah, so that pretty much does it. You know, a lot of these things you don't really hear when you listen to the record. You know, they're just like really in the background, but I think that's how it's supposed to be.
Oh, well, I'm waiting out the storm. Waiting, I'm waiting all alone. Out the storm. Waiting, I'm waiting all alone. All alone. Well, when them clouds come in, will we sink or swim?
So I think that's it. Thanks for checking it out.